December 6th, Monday, 5 p.m. Belgian time, already pitch black, dark outside, and it is time for a new live session with yours truly. Before I say anything, I want to give a huge thank you to every single individual that has commented on my last video with incredible words of encouragement, with your opinions, with your input. You cannot possibly grasp or believe how much that means to me to have your input, to have your support, and to have your appreciation. Truly, 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 thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. And you know who you are. If you commented, I'm talking to you. Lonely Bloke, Elizabeth, Melissa Mogan, Early Birds Get the Word. How you guys doing? What's up, Divine Mind? I'm good, I'm good. Keeping it moving, per usual. Enjoying the December weather. Still going to rehab for my Achilles. What's up, Dre? Hopefully, I'll be able to start running again soon. Do some cardio, man. I missed that. Already got 10 people. Let's get some thumbs going. Hit the thumbs up if you just got in. Do you remember how old I am? Well, weren't you 16? Was it 14? One of those two. Let's get some questions going, guys. The last vlog took off like crazy. Didn't expect that, to be honest, but I'm happy with the way it went for sure. But let's make it more about you guys and less about me. And let's get into it. I know in December, a lot of people get lonely. A lot of people start feeling like they're isolated. Do you like chimpanzee? I don't really have an opinion on chimpanzees, man. As I await your questions, I'm going to put it out there that anyone who's looking to work with me as a mentor, you can hire me for my coaching services by emailing me at lorenz.treats@gmail.com. What did your surgeon say about you? Um, I'm going to post a separate vlog for that. I like to keep that separated from these live sessions because otherwise it gets muddy. And I know that not everyone feels like watching a 60-minute live to figure out what's going on in my life in terms of like my medical condition. So I get back to you on that, my friend. Thanks for asking, though. What do you think about business process outsourcing and offshoring? I mean, I think it's a toss up. If you're gonna hire a bunch of people from a second or third world country to run your IT department, you're gonna have a lot of unsatisfied customers. Um, I have worked in a company in a low wage country myself where I had to do help desk work basically for GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, the pharmaceutical giant, which is one of like it's like Pfizer, but it's a different company. It's not Pfizer. And what I remember from that is that me and most of my colleagues were highly unmotivated. You know, we just needed the money, and we wouldn't try to do a good job. So if you're always going to go where wages are low, if you're always outsourcing as a company, I think in the medium long term, your service level will suffer from it. Honestly. And offshoring, I'm guessing you're meaning like putting money into offshore banks. Yeah, that's what rich people do, man. At a certain point, again, I can imagine they feel like they're not making enough money anymore. and they just want to, if they attack us, ignore. So I'm not doing it, obviously, but um, that's just humans, man. I like this hairstyle. Thank you. What's up, Julie? The running man. When growing up, I'm curious about how you took criticism with your appearance and your mentality going through the pressure of self appearance. I'm asking because my son was injured and has a big scar on his face. I want to be here to support him, get a better understanding of what you had to grouch to, better understand the situation. Mm, so it's important for me to say, first of all, obviously, I didn't get my jaw amputation until I was 24, I want to say. So I didn't grow up with a scar. I grew up perfectly fine. So I never really had an issue with people like treating me some type of way because of my appearance. Um, I mean, honestly, the best way to support him is by making him understand that he should not attach too much value and validity to the opinions of the people that could be, judging him. That was the main thing for me, to really get to the bottom of it and ask myself, why was I so occupied and so, bothered and concerned with how someone viewed me, especially if I didn't even respect the people myself. No one that takes the time out of their day to treat someone shitty because they have a scar or a physical defect, like, is a successful or a good person. Even though they might have a lot of money, for example, and a successful business, they're still losing at life because they're clearly not happy. The only people that would make remarks about that are people who are miserable themselves, who feel empty and insecure, and they're basically projecting that, by throwing that pain onto others. I know it sounds like a cliche Disney line, like hurt people, but it's true. So it's like, no one, if you're in a good mood, you're never gonna talk shit about someone or make a jealous remark. You only do that when you're not comfortable in your own skin. So the people who would, you have to really understand and make your son understand that any person that would potentially bully him or tease him with a scar is someone that he should have compassion for and empathy. You know, teach him to be above that and teach him to see it as a filter and use it as a filter. Like, any person that treats him bad because of his scar, that is a prime example. That person is a prime example of how not to be and which decisions not to make. Because usually these people who act like this will also make other poor decisions in life. So it's a really easy way. Like, I talk about that a lot. Learn, if you can learn, if you can master the ability to learn from other people's mistakes, you can go really far in life without having to crash yourself time and time again. For example, in my case, being 33, I have a bunch of friends who have settled down, made kids, this and that. It's astounding how many people that I know who, after 5 years of being with someone and having a kid, are just miserable, unhappy. They want to get out of their relationship that they can because of the kid or because of the heavy loan, and that has caused me to be very cautious with the whole topic of procreation and making kids. For example, I learned that lesson. I didn't convince myself that I was different or my love was different or that, so for example, that's a big one. Take a look around, understand that you are just the same as your peers in a lot of ways. Don't put your individual ego too high up on a pedestal, and learn from other people's mistakes. Feeling a bit down in the doldrums, immediately perked up when you appeared in my feed. Hey, please, we out here. Happy to hear that I can cheer you up, girl. What's up, sovereign gain troublemaker? The turtle slave. Greetings, Lorenz. What is the most precious lesson you've ever bestowed upon a kind friend? Um, Honestly, the most precious lesson is just, and this is one that I had to learn myself. I may have said it before, but happiness is not, Because I think, like, how do I become happy? How are you happy? Stuff like that. I used to chase happiness all the time, in every single form you can imagine. But I definitely learned that um, happiness is it's not the presence of pleasure or excitement. It's just the absence of pain and suffering. If you're not waking up in pain, if you're not waking up in sheer stress and mental terror, then that's enough. Like, we're always looking for that, like, great, feeling, like the feeling that you get when you drink a cup of coffee in the morning, that caffeine rush, like, and you hear a song, you're automatically singing along. We think, like, if you stretch out that feeling over the day, that's happiness. That's not happiness. So I would say, like, I think people just need to, like, lower their expectations in terms of what life has to bring. Also, a big lesson is that the world is overrated. There's really not that many things you can do in the world. People always, like, really vastly overestimate what the world has to offer. I really learned that from traveling. Like, at the end of the day, it's the same shit no matter where you go. Like, it's just, I think, because people don't have the opportunity to travel a lot. If you can only travel twice a year, for example, yeah, then you think Indonesia is paradise, or like, I don't know, Rio de Janeiro is paradise, or any other, like, exotic location is paradise. Anyone that would spend more than 2 weeks at, like, this, paradise setting would get bored so badly, because I've done it. You can only go into the, you know super perfect ocean with a pearly white beach so many times before it's like, this is boring as hell. And then you're just surrounded by people who want to make money off of you because you're in a tourist space. And then you're like, let me get out of the tourist space. Let me go and see what the real local life is about. Then you just see that 99% of the world, they watch TV, watch sports, they drink beers, and this is in every culture, guys. They watch shitty media shows, they watch, like, terrible TV shows. They just watch a lot of TV, or they're on the smartphone, and that's it. And then the weekends they go out to try to have sex and get drunk. Like, it's not better anywhere else. It's not They're not wiser anywhere else. There's no people who are wiser than you or have, like, a more profound happiness. Like, people think the same about Scandinavia. Scandinavia is the perfect society. Fuck no. That shit is cold as fuck for 8 months of the year. People are closet racist, but they're super smart and educated, so they know how, they know what to say, so you'll never catch them. But it doesn't change the fact that they are. And it's the same everywhere. Like, there is so the world is overrated. So don't think, like, traveling is not the way forward. Like, you need to stop. You need to find peace in here in your mind and find purpose in the little things. And that's something that I learned. That was a long ass answer. Sorry, man. If you got a chance to be an astronaut, what will you do? I don't want to be an astronaut, man. I don't see the pleasure in sitting in a space shuttle and having to eat shitty food. I mean, I'll just watch it on YouTube. Doesn't appeal to me. I would never want to go to Mars either. No interest at all. Earth is pretty damn awesome. I know that might contradict what I just said, but Google some video images or pictures of Mars. I don't want to go there. It looks terrible. That is so insanely hard to not think on what other people think about you. Yes, it's hard. That it is hard, but there is no easy answer. Like, I can't tell you anything. Like, it wasn't easy for me either, and I had to learn how to live with the perception people had of me, and I still am. I still am doing that, and I still get angry, and I still get triggered. And if you catch me on the wrong day and someone says something shitty, I'll overreact and say and do something bad. Like, I still like, don't mistake me, like, telling you the best way to approach things for me doing it right all the time. I literally got into a fight in the club 3 weeks ago. Like, how stupid is that? Mind you, it had been years since that, it had been years that that has happened, but still it happened. Like, so that's stupid. So that's the dumbest thing you can do. And yet I did it. So just don't think that I'm sitting here, like, on my throne, like, I know no, like, I make mistakes all the time. The important part is when you fuck up, what do you do about it? Like, you really need to sit down, fall back, recalibrate, and ask yourself, like, why did I did that? Why did that happen? And how am I gonna better than myself. That's one of the biggest frustrations I have with a lot of my real life friends. Most people just don't really want to improve. They just literally make the same mistake over and over, knowing they're making the same mistake. And then they complain about it and then they just do it again. And I think that's one thing that separates me from a lot of people. I actually have the ability to change my course and to learn from my mistakes because I just hammer it home in my own head. And yeah, but that's something that I've noticed is very rare because most people, they just can't. They would rather just make that same mistake again and just complain about it again. What are your hedonistic pleasures? Alcohol, weed, um, sex, uh, yeah, a good like good food, a lot of it. Um, festivals. I guess I covered a couple. That's a couple, right? Stupid people don't learn from their own mistakes. Average people learn from their own mistakes. Smart people learn from other people's mistakes. Hey, you made that up? That's good. Hell yeah. Happiness and depression is just an emotion that you have to experience as part of being human. Yup. How to get the most how to get the most motivated person ever. Huh? What do you mean? How to get the most I don't understand. What's up, Rafael? What's up, Stars on Mars? I love you, man. Would you turn to my DMs? I want to be friends with you. I mean, it's gonna be hard to be friends. I don't really know who you are, buddy. But you can follow me on Instagram. It's at Wounded Viking. Only someone like you, Lorenz, can use a seemingly depressing vocabulary to cheer people up. That's some bullseye real talk right there. Thank you, man. Yeah, maybe like I some people might think I'm a cynic with some of the views that I have, but I don't see it like that. It's like the same thing with like, what is the meaning of life? There is no meaning. So it's like the meaninglessness of life. It can cripple you emotionally. It can make you depressed and be like, nothing matters. Or you can look at it like, hey, if nothing matters, then it doesn't matter if I fail neither. So I might as well do what I want, go all out, balls to the wall, and see where we end up. And when it's over anyway. So it's really a you can flip anything into anything. The most important thing is that you take care of your nutrition and your diet because that's going to dictate the chemicals that your body creates in order for you to feel happy. For example, if I don't get enough sleep, I feel depressed and sad the whole day. Like 8 9 hours of sleep a day is essential. Physical activity is essential. Healthy food is essential. um, but a lot of people, they don't even check these marks. So you can't feel happy or feel good if your diet and nutrition is not on point. I take multivitamins every day. I take fish oil every day. I take vitamin D in the winter because of the lack of sunshine. You have to really take, like, there's too much information out there for you to still be just eating sandwiches and cornflakes and thinking that, yeah, I'm getting enough vitamins this way. So that's the first thing you need to check off. Like, I had real issues with depression in my 20s because I was drinking a lot and I was basically consistently hungover, and the hangovers would make me depressed. And I'd never understood that until I finally figured it out. But a lot of people, they never understand that. Like, they're 35 years old and still hangover for 3 days a week, not understanding why they're not feeling better. It's because you're fucking hungover all the time. You can be happy when you're that. Have you done shrooms? Yeah, my experience. It's not a party drug, man. If like it's a medicine, it's a mirror to your soul. And what I mean by that is that, like any other drug, like coke or MDMA or alcohol, or weed, it takes you away from the reality. It just makes you like escape and happy and whatever the fuck ever. Like, I don't feel shit. I'm numb. All I feel is happiness or just like numbness. And with shrooms, it's just like, okay, so all those things that you don't want to talk about, all those things that you don't want to process, all those dirty little things that you put away in the depths of your mind, now we're gonna boom, shove them in your face and confront you with them. That's my experience. So Only take them if you're prepared to reset your life and if you're prepared to like learn some very uncomfortable truths about yourself. Don't do it if you just want to have fun. That's not the thing to do then. How did you like the comments in your recent videos? A lot of people dropped their opinions, including me. Stars of Mars, I talked about that in the beginning of this live, man. You missed it. I just said thank you to all of the amazing, amazing, amazing comments. It was truly incredible to read them all. I'm still going through some of them. Again, it's unmeasurable for me to express like how much that means to me and to know that so many people have my back and give me really good input. So nothing but pure humbleness and gratitude for that. It was really overwhelming. Tutorial Slave. I'm assuming the fight in that club revolved around which live action Batman is best, and the other guy wouldn't accept your talented list of arguments for Dale. I would have to throw hands too. No, he tried to skid the line in the toilet. We were standing in line, me and a bunch of people, and this jackass just pulls up and literally skips like a 10-person line. And if I if I wasn't drunk, I probably would be like, I'm not gonna risk it over that. But I was drunk, so I was like, yo, like I I stopped him and I said, get back in line. Like there's a line. And he was just like, fuck you. And then, then I had to do what I had to do. Not all the junk food. Hello, Viking. Hope you're well. I'm good, man. Have you thought about marriage or getting married? Is it better to be someone rather than no one? To be with someone? Absolutely. I want to get married. Um, but it will take a lot of time. It will take like I would have to be sure. Like there could not be any shimmer of a doubt left that that person would be the mother of my children. So I want to get married, but I'm not gonna get married quick. What's up, graphic content mater? I'm all good. We're gonna die anyway. Why does it matter if we ignore the truth or not? And the truth is just subjective, man. You can live your own truth as long as you're not hurting anyone. I've talked about that many times. Fantasy is a very powerful weapon in terms of coping with the world. Like you can just employ fantasy to uh, to um, to be happy and to just give things a turn and a twist and to overcome it. I'm a cab driver. I don't have any experience in the education field. Now suffering from the herniated disc. What kind of work can I do to work from home? Rahul, do you think you could learn how to code? This might be a stretch, but if you can learn how to code, you can work remote. Um, Rahul, you could maybe also do like customer service work from home. Um, that's a tough one though. Like you might have to consider getting an actual degree into something. What is your thoughts on the shoulder thing? Yeah, that I don't want to give up my shoulder. It's not worth it. Fuck that shit. Um, and I'll keep it as a backup. But I've put too much time into my fitness, into my bodybuilding, into my craft to look the way I do to sacrifice that. And it's like many people said in the comments, like your face is more than good enough to sacrifice that. Fuck that. Malola, how is single life? Juicy question. Um, I'm gonna be honest, man, because this is gonna be the realest shit I ever said. For sure a bunch of you guys think that I'm like out here, getting it in, Playboy, wounded Viking, dating, all this shit. I was really like, I've only been separated from Katya for 3 months, so I really need like time to like um process that. So I'm really not looking or trying to jump into something. Obviously, that's one. Like I'm really taking my time to just like learn to be by myself again. And then secondly, I uh I have really realized. No, what am I saying? I was gonna say something. Of course, like there's been a couple of DMs and messages sent, stuff like that, and I just learned that uh a lot of girls just suck, man. Like it's just the ego of some women are just is out of control. Like I hit up like this girl from my past, Like, hey, how you been? And she said, she said, oh my God, Lorenz, so happy to hear from you. This is amazing. La, 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 la. I was like, all right, great. This is off to a good start. And I was like, so tell me about your life. Like, what's going on? And she said, I will. Just I'll do it tomorrow. So, because I'm busy right now, can you please text me again tomorrow? Because otherwise I'll forget. This was on Instagram, by the way. I'll forget to update you. I was like, bitch, who the fuck you think I am? Like, what do you think this is? So I was like, I cannot believe. Obviously, she's just like testing me and being a bitch and just being like sitting on her throne like a princess. Like, please remind me because I'll forget about you. Obviously, I didn't respond to that. I was like, all right, this is hilarious. Um, so of course I didn't say anything after that. And then ironically, the next day, I see her watching my Instagram stories. So it's so funny how she lies about this whole thing. That she's so busy doing nothing, obviously, and she'll forget. But then she sees that I don't reach out again. But then she still comes and watches my stories. So clearly, I'm on her mind. Just an ego thing, and that reminded me a lot of like how those silly, silly, silly games that people play, and I was like, that's how it was. So I keep it moving. But that's it. I'm just like taking it easy. I'm being very happy just being by myself and trying to look after myself. You're looking great. Thank you, Geraldine. I like this sweater. It makes you look decent, right? Like a good boy. We need more people like you in this world. Appreciate that, man. It's kind of you. Who knows how you can get bottom teeth in the future? Oh man, maybe like if Elon Musk comes up with some AI Android stuff where I can get some titanium implants, I look like that villain in that old ass James Bond movie with the shark teeth. Do you use finasteride? No, I do not. 3 months is nothing from a long term relationship. Exactly. Hi there. Where do you think you will travel to next? Tenerife. Tenerife. How do you say it in English? Tenerife. It's a Spanish island. I'm going there in January for a surf camp. It's going to be awesome. Pop, pop, pop. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you appreciate the content, if you appreciate the live. It would mean a lot to me. Greatly appreciated. Tenerife, exactly. That's my next trip in January. Um, December is going to be a grind it out month. Get into work. Speaking of work, if anyone is interested in hiring me for my coaching and mentorship services, you can email me at lorenz.trees@gmail.com. I put the email in the chat box. I work with video calls twice a week, and I am in daily touch with all of my clients through text messaging and audio messaging. So I can give short term dynamic advice. If you want to turn things around, reach out. We can make it happen. 28 in the scene. Tenerife is nice and warm in the winter. That's what I heard. That's the idea. That's the idea to go to the sunshine and to go to the good weather. Secret talent. Oh, I can read really quick. Yeah, I can read really quick. I can. Um, I mean, what else? I think that's it. If you could grow a full beard, would you? Hell yes. As you experimented with cold showers in the morning, oh man, lots of benefits. I know it's beneficial. I know it works. I believe it, but I don't want to do it. I don't know. I'm not David Goggins, guys. I'm not that. I'm a chill ass dude most of the time. I like to go beast mode in the gym, but no cold showers yet. It's just I believe it. I do, but I just don't feel like doing it. I'm already supplementing a lot, taking a bunch of vitamins, eating healthy and shit. So I like hot showers. And I usually don't shower in the morning. I don't know if that's weird. I usually shower in the evening. Am I the only one that does that? It depends, obviously. Like if I am meeting someone or I'm going somewhere, like it's just that I usually hit the gym in the morning, so I'm not gonna shower before the gym. And then in the afternoon I'm working and stuff, so usually evening time. Oh, sometimes twice a day. It really depends. All right, guys, we're 30 minutes in. I'm gonna keep it a little bit short today because I'm actually exhausted. I just came back from the hospital, which I will be talking about in my vlog. The next one coming up soon. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people who've commented. Thank you for all you being here. Hope you enjoyed this short live, 30 minutes, not as long as usual, but um, that's all I got for today. Appreciate you all. I'll be back soon. Stay posted. Love you.